Jamie Carragher chooses best Premier League coach after Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola. Jamie Carragher named Aston Villa manager Unai Emery as the best manager in the Premier League, not Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola. Former Arsenal manager Emery arrived at Villa from Villarreal in October 2022, with the club languishing outside the relegation zone. The Spaniard achieved an instant boost for his team by finishing 7th and earning a European place. This gave Villa a platform to build on that term, and the Spaniard has the villains thriving. As well as reaching the Europa Conference League semi-final, Villa are on course for next season's Champions League, a place at the top of Europe's table for the first time in 41 years. During his time at Villa Park, Emery won 57% of his Premier League matches. That's his best in the history of the competition, with John Gregory, 41, and Martin O'Neill, 40, being the next best. His points per game are an impressive 1.9, a considerable margin higher than Gregory and O'Neill. Emery has undoubtedly done a remarkable job in the West Midlands, and Carragher rates him as the third best manager in the Premier League, with only Klopp and Guardiola ahead. We talk about Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola being two of the best managers in the world. He, Emery, is the second best in the Premier League, Carragher told Sky Sports. He is, because of what he's achieved. You look at the work, what Mikel Arteta is doing is fantastic, but he's a guy who's won Europa Leagues, been around the block, won trophies all over Europe. And he came here and he's doing this here. Gary Neville added, he was ridiculed after Arsenal. This is one of the best managers in the world. When asked about the prospect of Villa finishing in the top 4, Carragher said, it's a massive achievement because when you think about how many teams have put themselves in this position. I mean, Newcastle did it last year and David Moyes did it a few years ago at Everton, but not many do it. They all have plans to do it, a lot of clubs talk about it. West Ham have moved to the London Stadium to compete in the Champions League. Aston Villa a few years ago, under Martin O'Neill and Randy Lerner, wanted to get to the Champions League. I think most people look at that and think it's so difficult to do, and it's because of the teams you are facing. Newcastle is an example of this last season. Just because you get in it once doesn't mean you're going to get in it again. I think that achievement in itself, as a standalone achievement, is absolutely huge for Aston Villa. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications and don't miss the next videos.